Welcome back to another episode of Aunt and Andrew with Family's Everything.
Until it's not. I'm Aunt.
And I'm Andrew.
Hi, Andrew. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Aunt?
I'm good. Another week at Salt Lake. I don't know what the name of this episode was called, but how many times have we gone disco skateboarding? Not, what is it? Rollerblading?
I guess,
I feel like they just did that recently on another show, didn't they?
I have to
did
say
it
one
on
thing
Southern Charm. What?
before we dive into it. When Bobby's her daughter's in the kitchen,
So sweet,
so staged. When
so staged.
When the friends ran around Bobby and gave her a hug, I just imagine the producers standing in Whitney's kitchen going, "All right, girls, take number 17." And like,
I thought her daughter was genuinely excited, though. I don't think that was manufactured. Her daughter was like, when she looked and she was getting glam, she thought that was so cute. Cool. And the way she was like, I got eyebrows.
I
like,
love that.
It was so sweet. And she looks just like the husband.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so
it's
much.
Like how Lala's daughter looks just like Randall.
Oh,
just like Randall.
Yeah, but she's cute. She's a cute girl.
She's
Bobby.
cute.
Yeah, she's a cute girl.
And so is Lala's kid. But I just think it's funny. That triggered me because Lala has to look at her daughter and see
these
Randall's
kids
face.
all have a different look than the other housewives' kids.
Well, imagine Whitney was Mormon until a couple of years ago. So this kid's been raised Mormon for a while.
Is he Mormon too?
No, actually, you know what? Maybe
I think is Meredith Marks' husband Mormon?
No, not at all. He would only last a week in Vegas.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but he was like, "Oh, I'm glad I didn't go there." And I thought maybe he was. I didn't quite get his wording at the party.
I hope he didn't go to BravoCon because just like Meredith Marks is fucking every guy in New York, I bet her husband's now fucking every girl in Vegas.
Okay, was Meredith there? Because I didn't see her
at the skate rink.
No, at BravoCon.
Oh, I didn't really watch any of the individual. Yes, she was. She was there.
Yeah. I didn't see any of it anyways. Now, so let's get to Monica because she started right away with Angie. And I will say that I think Angie is basically a rational human being for a housewife. She's able to sit and talk to whoever she's having a problem with in a rational way.
Well, I also think that Jessel can take a page out of Angie's book because what she did with the alcohol in her family, that's how you make someone feel comfortable. You don't take away from their story. You basically, you just lend that you've also gone through something. You don't say, I also have gone through what you went through. Yeah. What Angie did was like, you don't know much about me, but I wanted to also share. And that's when she did. And I just felt, yeah, Angie's grown on me a lot. I will say with Monica,
I found she's rational.
I think one thing we have to give Monica is this idea that like, remember this, because you're the one that was the biggest critic in the world about New York. So all 6 new women, you just look at them all and you're like, oh, they're all, like no
guarded. They were like all guarded.
Whatever.
They were all. Monica is not guarded.
No, but she's also the only new girl, and yes, she's not
guarded at all.
No, but she doesn't know the game of TV yet, and you can tell by her interviews. She is really saying whatever comes to her mind. And I guarantee you, she is going to get some training from some seasoned housewives for season 2. And she's also going to train herself because she's going to watch herself back and be horrified with some of the stuff she said.
Horrified. I mean, I do think that there's a lot of self-sabotaging in her life.
See,
I see her as a lot of self-sabotaging. She does not. I think she's a little thirsty to be relevant, and she is the child of a narcissist and that dysfunction. And this is her way to show her mother, oh, you think I'm such a terrible human being? I'll show you I'm not a terrible human being. I'm on TV. And there's a little bit of that with her mom. There's a lot of that. They need heavy counseling, but she really wore on me this episode. She wore on me, Monica. She's going to burn herself out with her fans.
She's not. She won't. She's too crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't. But she had a point when she said to Angie, "I've been here for 5 minutes, and you're talking about the situation. I'm not bringing it up." And she is right. If you watch back the footage, she never brings it up. I think that she wants to go wild and then move on.
A la what?
Like, oh, Lisa, like, stop talking about your ring. Then 20 minutes later, Hey, Lisa, let's have a shot.
Yeah.
Whereas these women are they're more burnt out. They don't have the same, oh yeah, let's turn over a new leaf and start fresh. They hold grudges. They've been on the show for years. They know how this works. They know what sells. They know that there needs to be bigger conflict. And I think Monica is thinking to herself, like, oh, well, like Jen Shaw got forgiven by a bunch of them, even after everything. I'm just gonna apologize. Like, I just think Monica hasn't realized yet that there's a game to
Monica's
this.
young.
Yeah.
And she's thirsty. We have to admit she is thirsty.
But what is she thirsty for?
Oh, what everybody else has and she doesn't have. She doesn't have a husband. She doesn't have a fancy house. She doesn't have a fancy car. She's got the fake CC. I mean, so that's a little bit where she is thirsty, I think, but she has all.
I don't know if it's
stuff.
as much thirsty as though, like, imagine if she had not been a witness for Jen Shaw and she had thrown her name into the ring for the Housewives, they wouldn't even have given her an interview.
No. And like I told you, what Jeff Lewis said about her was really.
But I also have to tell you that, like, I think I don't blame her for that either, because imagine she doesn't have a husband. She has 4 kids. And we know, based on the fact of what Raquel gets paid on Vanderpump Rules, that every housewife is at least making $300,000 a year. So imagine for her, that's a lot of money. That changes the game for her kids. But she hasn't
gotten the money yet, though, either.
No, but she's on. She has to film a show that she shouldn't be on.
Right, but Raquel was also with a cast member and everything. I doubt she's making $300,000 for this. Do you really think that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you know what, though? She wasn't making it before they started filming. I'm sure they didn't give her a lump sum of $300,000 and hoping she gave them something. So I mean,
no, you usually get installments, but it's like, but I guarantee you she got it. Like when I was on that show, I got paid in full before it aired.
Before it aired, but not before it filmed, is what I'm saying. So we're seeing filming.
That's what I'm saying. So she doesn't have that money yet, most likely.
Right.
She knows it's coming.
Right.
But she still has to film with, like, Lisa Barlow isn't waiting for her, say, maybe 500 or 600,000 that she gets.
No.
Yes, I'm sure it goes into her big expenses, but at the same time, she doesn't need that money to come in to be able to go buy the bag.
Right.
She can buy the bag. That's what I'm saying.
She can do whatever she wants.
So what I'm saying is I think Monica's in a holding pattern right now. And I think next year is going to be very telling to see the real Monica, because we're going to see how she.
No, we're seeing the real Monica now. Next year will be the modified Monica after she sees herself and she's horrified. Your first year is your only real authentic year, I'm convinced, on any reality show.
Okay, so maybe not the real Monica, but we're going to see
I think we're seeing the real Monica, and we're seeing a very.
But really? Because I don't think Monica's ever spent this amount of time with millionaires. The real Monica.
Yeah, no, she hasn't. So maybe we'll never see.
That's what I'm saying.
Monica. We might never see the real Monica. Now, I do want to move on because we got to go back to Monica again. Heather just needs to stop. Hopefully, Lisa finally put an end to the Jack Mission story.
I'm seeing you exactly where you are. I'm going to tell our listeners right now. Aunt is obsessed with Lisa Barlow, and it doesn't matter what anyone else does, they're always wrong. So we're going to say that.
No, but I think like talking constantly. First of all, I think Jack is a wonderful young man. He's so nice. I thought he was cool out on the roller skating rink. I loved that everybody's kids went. I thought that was nice. I wish they showed, I liked it that the guys were there, the wives were there, the kids were there. I thought that was nice. I wish we'd see more of that on Housewives.
New York.
No, any series, you know what I mean? Because not all of them have as many kids. These people have, first of all, this has probably got the highest percentage of married people, except for maybe New Jersey. The rest, half of them aren't even married, and never mind having little kids.
As of now.
As of right this, you know what I mean? But they do all have like that age group where they can. Jack is a nice young boy. Who could have anything bad to say about Jack?
So what is Heather saying bad about Jack?
Well, he's going on a mission.
But what is she saying bad about Jack?
Well, she's saying bad things about Lisa.
But what is she? Yeah, she hasn't insulted Jack once.
No, and you know what though? I thought Lisa was right with how she said, "I am trying. I know you're not. You're leaving the faith. He's going to mission. I'm walking the line with you."
Yeah, that was the realest conversation they had.
Yes, and I thought it was right for Heather to say, "I am happy for him."
Yes.
And
No,
she
that's
did.
why I'm telling you, I don't think Heather needs to stop. I think it is done now. And I think
I
that
hope it's done now
what
because I
needed
don't
to
want to talk about the
happen,
kid anymore.
what needed to happen was that Heather needed Lisa, which she kind of did without saying it. She was laughing when Heather's like, yeah, but like, you're not a real Mormon girl. And
No,
even
she's
Lisa was
not. Yeah.
laughing and she was
Yeah.
like, I know. But when Lisa says, I could wear
She
this
needed
to
a Diet
church
Coke. Yeah. Oh, that's
without,
his. Yeah.
I mean, but I see where Heather's coming from because Heather's
I
like,
do
wait,
too, but I
Heather's
love
like,
the delusionism.
I think Heather's whole point is she expected the blowback from her book and leaving the faith from Mormons that follow the religion and do what they're supposed to do. And I think for her, she's like, but for Lisa Barlow and I think now she gets it. Lisa's just between a rock and a hard place. Her son's going on a mission. Her friend who she's made amends with just left the church. It's not the best place to be in. I think they needed to have that conversation because I think what Heather was doing was she was projecting that the anger that she also is okay with because she knows what she was doing when she wrote the book, but it's not even as much projecting. She's triggered by Lisa having to exclude her. And I think Lisa wasn't really informed as to why Heather, I think Lisa thought for a while, Heather just is against it because she's against the church and Jack's going on a mission. Whereas when Heather explained to her, I'm against it because you are not the best Mormon. Yet when you're going through something with your family that needs you to be this uptight Mormon, you're automatically now this uptight Mormon.
Right. No, I understand.
And I think Heather wishes she could do that.
And she can't.
She can't.
And she can't because Lisa's East Coast woman.
No, it's because it's a book.
No, I know that. I get that. Now, I
love that West Coast, East Coast thing too.
I know. I like the roller skating party. And I just want them to stop talking about Jack. And
yeah, I think they are now.
And
I think they're done.
What's so funny? I think it's so funny is why did they all clap when I still think it's funny that they all clap when they talk about he's going to Bogota. Like it's so exciting. When they were at the little luncheon with Angie and who else was there at the luncheon? I forget. Was it Whitney? Yeah, it was Whitney because she's the one who spilled it was Angie spilled the beans. But they was like, he's going to Bogota. And it's like, no, Bogota. And it was funny when Jack was talking with Lisa and Heather. And she was like, she went to Cannes. Oh, that's where my mother wanted me to go. Yeah.
No. Heather said that's where your mother wanted
you to go. Yeah. I like this show. I like that they're I don't know why this show is. I think this show is so different than any other city. It's actually closest to New Jersey in a lot of ways, I think now.
I mean, I have to say, Monica's mother, though, to end the episode, coming back into the driveway or in the
that was the previews. Yeah.
If you pause it when she jumps out of the car, she has a big smirk on her face. And as much as I would love to hope that
Al Burberry, which probably is fake. I'm just gonna say,
yeah, it's probably fake. But what I'm saying more though is I would actually call Monica and her mother genius if they contrived this whole thing for TV. But Monica has said too many really damaging things on television.
To her mother, and
unless her mother doesn't care.
Week, so yeah,
unless they're in it together and they both just want to be famous.
Well, so then you don't question Lisa questioning if this is legit.
No, because Lisa is questioning whether it's one-sided. Lisa's not questioning whether it's legit. Lisa is questioning whether or not Monica has contributed to it. She hasn't said your mom didn't do that to you. What she's saying is that you can be, there can be what did she say? You can be harassed or you can be
right. So
you can be abused and then you can also abuse. That's what she said.
So don't you think it was a little too? I thought it was a little too much on Monica's part when Lisa said, "Do your kids and your mother have a relationship?" And for Monica to say, why don't you go ask them? I thought was over the line.
I mean, I don't think she was being serious.
No, but she did say, go ask them, go ask them, go ask them. I mean, that's where she goes too far. She could have at that moment say, well, they have a trying relationship. How come she couldn't have answered? Why'd she have to bring somebody else in?
Because she didn't ask, do they have a relationship? She said, does she watch your kids? Does she do things for them?
Right.
And if you look back at the beginning of the season,
and she said she did.
What do you mean?
She said she does contact her mother to watch the kids and stuff. Yeah.
Yes, but she also says that like that is very recent, and it also like I think that what Lisa is trying to get at is that like I don't think Lisa is questioning the past. I think Lisa is truly just going off of what she witnessed at Angie's house, and she's then using
which
the
was
fact
bad.
that, yes, but on Monica's mother's part too.
No, they were bad. It was a bad. Both were at fault. It wasn't
Because
one
I think
worse
that
than
what
the other. They
Lisa,
were both horrible.
if you haven't watched the first 3 seasons, Lisa holds grudges when people call her out on the
Yeah, well, I
smallest
haven't.
things.
Right. Okay, that's fine.
So I think she's exacerbating that situation. Now, I'm not saying I don't agree that maybe the story Monica's telling isn't true. I believe that that's probably the case. I just think Lisa's truly just going off of their exchange at Angie's.
Well, I am going to say that I'm calling out Monica on when she said that she wasn't going to get into it at a kid's birthday party, but she got into it at Easter. I mean, think about it.
She also got into it during the Sound Bowl.
The poor sound. Oh.
I give Whitney a lot of credit. She just was like, "This is a
she
show."
She was ready to dunk their head in the bowl. And why do they keep on bringing up Ted Bundy? It's too much for me.
What do you mean bring it up? She said it once.
No, they talked about it several times now. If we're gonna go and Google Ted Bundy, I bet you he's been mentioned 6 to 8 times already in this.
I think it was a preview.
Yeah, it's too much for no. They talked about Ted Bundy again because the plant was like Ted Bundy, and they were doing that. You were the plant, and Lisa was the mother, and Whitney.
Yeah, well, they talked about the Ted Bundy comment over
and
again.
Heather came on and she says, "And I'm the plant. I don't like being the plant, and I don't like being called Ted Bundy." And the whole bit, it's just all weird.
No, wait. Ted Bundy had nothing to do with the plant story.
No, I know that, but she was talking. I mean, Monica's just too much.
No, and Monica was saying that Lisa was her mother, and that when she turned and put her fed to the plant, that was the plant. And then that's what Heather said.
I'm the
and
plant.
Then Lisa kept harping on the fact that Monica called her mother Ted Bundy once.
Yes.
And then Monica called Lisa just like her mother.
Right.
So the person that you should be mad at is Lisa Barlow, because she couldn't get past.
I will never get mad at Lisa Barlow.
I know, and I won't either. That's why I'm saying that you need to let go of the Ted Bundy thing, because Lisa Barlow couldn't move on from the fact that Monica called her mother Ted Bundy and then called Lisa her mother. Therefore, Lisa is Ted Bundy.
I like Lisa a lot. She's my favorite on this show. Can you tell?
Well, she's great, but like, let's call it what it is.
Okay, and you want to know what I really have? Should we continue with their fight, because they had another fight at the end of the show too? Should we go right to that fight? They were both
at fault with that.
I have no use in life for any younger woman on any of these shows that calls these
I agree.
housewives an old bat. Oh, you're old. You're this. It's just nasty. It's
also it's also a weak insult.
Yeah. Yeah.
Age is age. Like, go for something that that someone has control over.
I just
like, imagine if I said, "Oh, you're old, aunt." Well,
yeah,
no
I
shit.
am old. Yeah,
no shit, kidding. Andrew.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
For me, that's a weak insult, because it's something that you don't have control over. You were born before me.
Yeah, well, it's just it's a
but you know what I mean? Like, what do you
too? You know what I mean? And
you can change your face, you can change your attitude, you can change your heart, you can't change your age. Doesn't matter what you do.
And I don't think Lisa's had a lot of stuff done.
I mean, you don't really know her from before. Go Google those photos.
No, but I mean, her forehead moves. I
maybe, but what I think that what I didn't like was that
I just don't like when women, you lose credibility with me on any of these shows when you attack an older cast member on her age. No, just don't. Yeah, just don't. It's so nasty.
It also says it's a weak insult. Get something better.
And I like what Lisa says. Yeah, you're going to be old someday too. And then I like what Angie said. Don't call her old. I'm older.
I know. And then Lisa came back because she didn't hear Angie say that. And Lisa goes, "She's older than me," which was so funny. Because like, if I was Angie, I would have been like, "Look what she just tried to do. She tried to flip it onto me." Like, but Angie didn't care, because Angie's like, "It's a fact. I am older than her." Right?
But you know what? Lisa, for all her whatever, she can come back. She could hold her own with Monica. I don't know how many others could. How many on this show can really hold their own with Monica?
Not Lisa can. I think they all can actually.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, I think
All
they all
right.
can because they
Okay.
look at her as the new girl.
So Prism, her jewelry. What was the Prism?
I don't even. I was
I
gonna.
don't even know.
I thought.
know.
I don't think so. I don't think
All
it's
right.
hers. I think she's an ambassador.
Yeah, right. Probably. And you know what's interesting? Whenever they have a thing like this, all the women who show up, because they all are hoping to be discovered that they'll be a housewife too. They all come in full glam and the whole bit. I think it's hysterical.
I think it's far more like Jill Zarin's Kodak deal than it is Bethany's Skinny Girl. Like, I think she's a spokesperson for the brand. It's not hers.
Oh, that yeah.
Season 1, baby. Kodak party.
Yeah. I just thought that Monica is showing who she is. And I don't know if she's a great person right now. I think she's got a lot of room for improvement. And hopefully she would be the first one to say, I'm a mess. And half of it's because of my mom. And I'm trying to do the best I can with my 4 kids and not repeat it. But I slipped too.
I think that what she could say is, I'm fucked up.
Yeah, because she's coming on too strong for me.
And it's impossible to change me and also change my kids' childhood at the same time. So I'm choosing to change their childhood, but I know I'm a mess.
She is a mess. And you know what else? So we saw a lot. She said a lot when she's like, you want to fight? I'll fight. I'll fight in the grocery store. I'll fight in the parking lot.
Well, no shit.
Anywhere.
You knew that about her.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying
you can tell that from a mile away.
Yeah,
there's a reason why she worked for Jen Shaw, who's also like that.
But that wears, that's wearing. I'm a little worn out for Monica. I'm going to tell you the truth. She wears me out a little bit. I don't want to watch that all the time, but I love Lisa Barlow.
Monica's just not meant to. Monica's meant to be on Mob Wives.
Yeah, totally. I love though that Meredith was like, I'm coming in, I'm leaving. I'm not staying at this party.
Oh yeah,
I love other things to do.
Well, I will tell you when Meredith started the rumors.
Come on, that you can leave. They had to show it again.
How funny was Whitney when she's like, I need Meredith Marks right now.
Yes, you can leave.
I will say though that last season, when Meredith Marks started the rumors about Lisa giving blowjobs for jazz tickets.
Okay.
Lisa's husband pulled Seth Marks aside at an event and said like, hey, I want to let you know this is bad. And then of course Seth was like, dude, like your wife had a hot mic moment and said that my wife has fucked half of New York, and they were able to like move on from it.
Yeah.
I felt bad for Angie's husband because I really think that he probably wanted to pull Seth aside too. And I feel bad for him because as a straight man being labeled gay, like it sucks. Like it's hard for him. Like Angie can fight with the women about it. That makes sense. She can do that. But just like, I can totally understand, because I read something that people were like, oh, he must be because he wasn't willing to like speak up about it. And I'm like, that could be true. Absolutely.
It could be. Yeah.
It could be the complete opposite.
I think it's
really
opposite,
uncomfortable. Yes,
because
I
have a feeling if he protests too much, then you'd have to think maybe it was true.
I think because there's only room for one gay bald man on Bravo, and that's me.
Oh,
so he doesn't have a space there. So you better stay straight.
Yeah, better stay straight. I'm gonna tell you, it was a good episode. It wasn't anything this, that, the other thing. It was just a good episode. It's enjoyable. It goes by quick, and I love this.
Did you love the Whitney scene when she said why she wasn't going to invite Mary? And then they did the flashback of how Mary came over to her house and goes, and the baby went flying and landed. And then Bobby goes, did he survive? And Mary goes, no.
No. I know. And it was I mean, Mary, I think everybody's over Mary a little bit, but because they're not even inviting her to parties. But she does have
didn't go to BravoCon.
I know. She has great delivery. Well, Jenna Lewis didn't go to BravoCon.
Jenna Lyons did, but every other
Jenna Lyons, not Jenna Lewis.
Even Adriana Demora got an opening song for the Showgirls night.
Oh, I didn't watch it. Was it on Watch What Happens Live last night? Was it any good? Should I watch it?
The Showgirls night was great. Adriana comes out about one of the captains from Below Deck that visited Miami, not Captain Jason, the one they're all obsessed with, but another captain. And she like blew all their minds because she told them how He reached out when he was in Miami. She then had him over for dinner. She then didn't do anything because she has a 4-month rule. And then she asked him if he wanted to stay over, but he would have to stay on the couch. And Andy's mind was like blown. It was crazy.
What's the 4-month rule? She waits in between.
I don't watch Miami enough, so I don't know.
Okay. I will have to figure that out.
Adriana lost me last season on Miami when she made a terrible comment about Frankie.
Poor Frankie. He's injured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She told Alexia that you should understand because of Frankie or something, and it was really not a good
reference. I'll go there. All right, who's your mess this week?
It has to be Monica, but I feel that it's it's not that I have a soft spot for Monica with her mom. I don't really have a soft spot for either one of them because they're on television. If I ran into them at at a Stu Leonard's or something like that at the grocery store, I would feel bad for them because I'd be like, that's just a lot of pain. I don't feel bad for either one of them because they have no, like other people we know, they have no consideration for other people that they're around, and they need to take care of their mess before they go into other people and show it to the world. And I think that I think season 2 will be a different Monica. And I don't think, some people may say it's fake, but what I have to say is that if you look back at any of these wives from their first season to where they are now, they do change because television changes you.
Yeah, it does.
And I just think she's having a weak moment because during everything we've seen so far, even though we're watching it in live time and like it's just mentally we're like, oh, we hope she changes by next week. That's just not how it is for them.
No, it's not going to happen.
They film the whole season before they see one
episode. Like. I know.
So it's like, I feel bad that if next season she comes back and she's the same way, that's who she is. And I have no space for her.
I have to look up on her Instagram of how she's responding to what she's doing. We have to find that out because that will be interesting. If she's doubling down, I did it, I don't care, blah, blah, then she's not seeing herself.
I think we need to let her get paid, hire a publicist, and then I want to judge her. Until that day comes, she's still an ignorant fool that doesn't know how to be on TV.
There you go. I like that. All right.
And I feel bad. So she's my mess by default.
Yeah, I agree. She's my mess too.
So, well, anywho, thank you all. Follow us on Instagram. We post lots of great stuff.
I had so much stuff this week.
I am not in control.
I'm in control of Instagram, and I just loved all weekend and BravoCon. It was great.
It was amazing. And also, everyone, hug your loved ones. We lost a loved one this week, and hug your loved ones. Give them hugs. And as my grandpa and my aunt's father would say, that's the way the cookie crumbles. We'll see you next week.
Bye.